All right, and we're back at another episode of Dave's HadeNuFF show with a lot of new and old special guests. Let's start off with how's it going, Sean? Oh, episode 15.
No. Yeah, it's good, Dave. This is Sean, better known as a Critical Essence Tech USA, newest member of the, what is it, a Critical Hit 64 network.
Yeah, you're with Brandon Cole now, right?
That's right. I'm making plays, Dave. I'm moving up.
You're making moves now.
That's right.
Okay. All right, my old buddy Zael. How's it going, Zael XB?
It's going all right. What's up, everybody? Been MIA for a while. Sort of just kind of coming back to YouTube, see what everybody's up to, and then outside of everybody in this podcast, everybody's up to the same bullshit.
And my buddy, the old Dirty. How's it going, buddy?
What's going on, fellas? What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Dirty, back at the podcast.
I guess we'll start off with the new 3DS that they talked about. They pretty much, like, I watched somebody's video today. I don't know if you guys are familiar with him. He's called Nintendo Domination or something.
Yeah, he's like that bald guy with the softly spoken bald man with the beard.
Yeah, like, he gets, like, Nintendo Insight News somehow or something. Like, he had some Watch Dogs today, and yesterday he had news on the 3DS. That the 3DS, I mean, I don't know if it's, you know, he says it was from news from over the rainbow or something, but he said that the 3DS is going to have, I guess it's going to have 3 times more the CPU clock speed, RAM speed doubled, GPU and VR RAM are the same, so it is a more stronger 3DS. Am I correct or no? I never played the original one, so I don't know. I don't know much about the specs of the original one. Do you know anything about this, Sean or Zael?
I have no idea
Old Dirty.
specs of the original one, but I have heard like this one is supposed to be like a bit faster than the other one. Like it's gonna have better downloading speeds and things of that nature.
Yeah, that's exactly what I heard. I actually seen like a little small video of them in the eShop downloading the game, and the new 3DS, like, it was just fast. It was.
Yeah, I think I saw that.
Yeah, it was over before you knew it.
Yeah.
And the code name for it is Snake. Is it something to do with Metal Gear or like?
I have no idea.
Know.
Nah, they just call it new 3DS LL.
Okay.
I guess the LL is for the XL.
Yeah, that's what all the XLs are called in Japan. They're LLs.
Oh, okay. So you got the regular size, the smaller size, and the LL size from Japan.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. I mean, I don't know. I wanted to get a 3DS, the last one. I wanted to get it for the A Link Between Worlds, but now that that this new one's coming out, I'm probably just gonna wait and get the new one.
I was gonna
And
say
I
get
can
the
play the old 3DS
one.
games on it.
Yeah.
How's it going, mate?
What's up, man?
Me.
Sean L.
What's
Sean
going
L.
on, buddy?
It's an honor and privilege, brother. For real.
We were talking about the new 3DS that's coming out. That's gonna have 3 times the more of the CPU power, the RAM speed doubled. The code name is Snake, but it's the 3DS LL. What do you think about it, Chrono? I mean, Zael. I keep calling him Chrono.
You can refer to me by whichever name you please.
Okay, because I always used to call you Chrono, so I'm just used to it.
What my thoughts about the new 3DS is,
Do you think, I want to know, does everybody think this is a good move for Nintendo to drop the old 3DS that's just only been out 3 years to get a new one?
well, see, but the thing is, all they did really was announce the new 3DS, and it has Amiibo support, and of course it's stronger hardware, but they never said anything about it's just going to completely make the old 3DSs irrelevant entirely. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, nobody said that, so I'm like, I don't necessarily know where they're getting this. And plus, Nintendo they dominate the handheld market, so I don't think they'll be that stupid to sit there and say, well, see, the 3DS is sitting at 45 million, so let's just cut the life cycle right there by releasing a new 3DS. You know, like they're gonna be able to work. They're gonna be able to coexist with each other.
Yeah.
Like it's not like they're just gonna dump on 40 million people like Black Bomb was trying to say. Like that wouldn't make any sense.
Well, that's like Gamer Nate. He said that too. I've seen a bunch of videos where people seem to think that Nintendo's just taking a shit on their fan base with the handhelds and just coming out with a new one. But from what I understand, you can play your old 3DS games on it, but you just can't play the newer on your old 3DSs. You can't play the new like Xenoblade Chronicles. Is that the one that they're making for it?
Yeah, there's gonna be like select games. Like I doubt that every game from now on is gonna be like new 3DS exclusive.
Exactly.
Like I have a theory about that, and I think like they're releasing this like it's got like more powerful and it's got all the buttons that the home console has now.
Oh my bad.
Make it more like connected with the Wii U. Like there's gonna be more cross-platform games that maybe use the new 3DS because it does have all the buttons and the dual analog sticks now.
And then the amiibo support.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. Like my thing is, if anything, they're probably gonna just try to put like Wii games that most of the people didn't get to play on the new 3DS.
Yeah, or maybe like slightly gimped certain Wii U games so you can take your save files, kind of like the way Monster Hunter does it. But now it'll be able to do like bigger games, and you have all the, like I said, all the buttons and the analog sticks now to do it with.
Yeah, I mean, I made a video about it earlier today. I mean, stating that Nintendo did this before, and Sony even did it with the PSP. Like when the DS first came out, it was clunky, it was thick. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't pretty. And then 2 years later, what the DS Lite came out, it was slick, nice slick design, rounded, almost remind you of an Apple product. And then 2 years after that, you had the DSi, which was you couldn't play games on the DS Lite that you could on the DSi, but for some reason those two still stood side by side.
Yeah.
Right.
And nobody had no confusion about it. You know what I'm saying?
Like this is basically the same thing.
Right. So I don't know I mean, I can see why people would get mad if they just brought a XL and they can't return it because the 14 days are up to to get a full refund of the game. So yeah, I can see a couple of people upset. I know I will be upset. I'll be like, damn, you got a new one coming out and I just bought this and now I can't return it because it's day 16. So I can't return it, you know what I'm saying, so I can save the money and just get, that one that come out next year. So yeah, I can see those people upset, but the people that had it day one, this 3DS for 3 years, really shouldn't be upset because I know I'm not. I wanted an XL. I was thinking about upgrading until I seen the video. So now I'm like, okay, I just wait till next year when they come out here in the U.S. and just pick up the new one.
Well, because they have the refurbished 3DS models on there, the Zelda ones, for $150, I believe. Not yet, but it's about to be. So maybe that's why they're doing that, because they're going to come out with a newer one. I don't know. Because I was going to buy that one because I wanted to play the Link Between Worlds. But I'll just wait on the new one. I mean, is this going to be as powerful as the Vita, or is it not as powerful as the Vita?
It's probably still not going to be. Knowing Nintendo, it's not going to be as powerful as the Vita.
Because if they were to make it as strong as the Vita, then they might as well just release an entirely new handheld. But I said, if they're supposed to have it coexist...
I thought this was a new handheld. Because
no, it's like the remodeled 3DS, let's say.
Oh, okay.
Like, it's not the next-gen handheld.
Oh, okay. Alright. Well, at least I understand what's going on kind of now. I was kind of lost on the whole thing.
Well, I like the whole thing about it, more importantly, not just the extra little thumbstick or a C camera, whatever you can use if to make it a second analog. I was more impressed with the 3D quality. It's like now you can move your head from side to side and you won't lose that 3D effect, because now you have to look right directly at the screen in the sweet spot to get that 3D effect. So now the new ones, you can move it side to side and you won't lose it. So that's cool. I like that.
Okay. What do you think about it, Meat? Are you pretty hyped up for the 3DS?
Yo, Meat loves the 3DS.
Yeah. Can you run porn on it yet? It just
Sure,
doesn't-
If I'm not mistaken, I think you could have.
if there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah, I'll figure a way out to do it somehow. But no, man, I think Nintendo carries the market with the handheld, man. I'm not a big handheld type of guy. The only thing I hold in my hand is my cock. But that's about. We all do that. But I'm just saying, I do believe. Yeah, Nintendo runs the market with that shit, and I'm glad they do. But I'm not really too familiar with it, so that's why I really can't really contribute too much knowledge about it. Where's Gamer Nate when you need him?
Yeah, no kidding.
Whatever happened.
I say that every day.
I tell you, you gotta love Gamer Nate.
Oh, he's the
Somebody
best.
say something bad about him, he'll just come right in here real quick if you just start yelling.
I couldn't bring myself to do it.
Come on, brother Sean. It's the first time you got to do it, man. Give it to him. Let him have it.
Nate,
Don't
you're a
hold
bomb.
back. Don't hold back. Don't hold back.
Bomb, Nate.
No, it's okay. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. The 3D. I guess it's going to be a good thing, man. I don't think it's going to. They're going to continue. Holding the market
It
nets.
must have been the handheld that they were talking about that they had. Like Nintendo thought, everybody thought Nintendo was going to come out with a new console, and this was their plans. They said it might have been a handheld, and then it was supposedly a new console. But I guess that's what they had planned.
But see, the thing is, Nintendo's coming out with a new console every year, though. Because all their products are failing, so they always gotta come out with a new console.
That's what I'm hearing.
Well, Dave, look at it like this. Remember how a year ago, when games wasn't coming to the Wii U, everybody was like, Nintendo should just go back to the drawing board and bring out a console that's up there with PS4 and Xbox One.
Yeah, I've been waiting for the new
would have been. You know how
2012.
many people would have been bitching back then? If you bitching about a handheld now because they're coming out with a newer version, just imagine what the people would have done with the Wii U.
Exactly.
People were talking about go back to the drawing board and bring out a brand new Wii U.
Yeah,
But the
You
thing
can
is,
never do that.
it's like people, they don't know what they're talking about. Like,
You stagger yourself.
So you want a new Wii U within a year after it launched, but you don't want a new 3DS and it's been out for 3 years. It don't make sense.
Well, I guess maybe because the 3DS does have games like bigger support and is doing well, maybe they don't want that. I don't know. I'm at the point where I just want to see some games for the Wii U. Like I know they're coming, so that's good. But it is what it is. To me, I don't care.
What Nintendo should do with the Wii U is kind of what they're doing. Just buy their third-party exclusives like they have been with like Bayonetta 2 and Devil's Third.
If they keep doing that, they'll be all right. I think if they keep buying these exclusives of games that are only coming to the Wii U, like Devil's Third and Bayonetta 2, I think there was another one, but nope, that might have been it. But just keep going down that road. That'll be good enough for third party for the Wii U. If they have their plans like they said that they're
they still get the odd third party. I bet the odd third party game will still show up. They got great indie support. I know people poo on indie games, but some of those indie games are fucking amazing.
Yeah. I mean, well, they said Nintendo's supposed to be getting a big game release every month of the year of 2015. That's what Old Dirty told me the first time.
They already have nine of them are already announced.
Yeah. So, and then I think Fatal Frame is coming. That looks pretty good.
Yeah, Fatal Frame will end up coming to the West, I bet.
Notice how you literally just mentioned like 4 rated mature games.
Yeah, no kidding too, eh? Holy cow.
But back to the whole new hardware thing. If it's not gonna change anything if Nintendo were to come out with a stronger console.
No.
I can bet you that if Nintendo was to make a new console after Sony and Microsoft, say the next gen, after this one, and Nintendo's console was the strongest, it still wouldn't change.
Oh, it would be the same thing. EA would be on stage with them again at E3 announcing Battlefield for the Wii U, and then we'll never fucking hear about it again. Apparently Crysis 3 was running on the Wii U at one point, and they just decided to shelf it for some reason. Nintendo will get screwed no matter what, so just...
Because I mean, look at the GameCube. You could say it was the disc, but that console was stronger than the PS2.
I love the GameCube.
And even the PS2 was getting a ton of fucking games, and Nintendo wasn't. So it's just you see what I'm saying? A stronger console's not going to change anything.
Yeah, no.
I agree with you. I don't think that a stronger console will change it, because I think that these third party want money, and they're not going to do nothing until they get to see that money. And
Yeah.
if they don't give it to them, they're just going to have to go on whatever, their third party exclusives and the Nintendo first party exclusives.
Besides, we're already at the point where games are good enough, so
Yeah.
if you're still bitching about graphics, then you got problems.
Yeah, no kidding.
Well, they said, like, The Evil Within, I'm really hyped for that game, but I just heard there was a graphical downgrade of that game. So a lot of these games that they're showing off, like Watch Dogs and, Evil Within, they all get these downgrades when they actually hit the console,
Because they're generating all that on stronger hardware, which is PC.
It's all PC run fucking demos and stuff. Well, you just gotta start showing the game as it is, and that way people will always be disappointed when it comes out.
Like, notice how Nintendo always shows like alpha build footage, and then over time the games always look better. It never goes the other way.
Every time you see it.
Yeah, like it never goes the other way.
Yeah.
I mean, that's true.
Well, I thought people were, gamers, most gamers would actually be used to this by now, because they was doing this back in the PS2 era. You know what I'm saying? They show CG footage, for the commercial, and everybody get hyped, like, man, you see that game? How it look? When you get it, you like, this is pixel as fuck. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't see that. I see the cutscenes like that, but
something.
Like, think about it. Like, look at that Splatoon game. I guarantee the next time we see that game, it's gonna look even better.
oh yeah.
Probably
Yeah.
like same with Yoshi, same with that Kirby game, like all those games we saw.
Yeah, speaking of Yoshi, because the
Zelda
first time they
was
even
like-
revealed that game, and then like they showed it again during E3, it was like night and day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give Nintendo that. At least their games follow the same path. Lately with Sony, a lot of their games I see, especially with Watch Dogs, they look like a big difference when it came to consoles. I mean, I'm not much of a graphics person. I like the 30 frames, the 60 frames.
Yeah, you made a good video about that.
Yeah, and I showed it. Like what Last of Us looked at 30 frames compared to 60 frames. To me, it's a big difference. I don't care about
That matters more than the 1080p, 900p thing.
Yeah, I'm not all about the 1080. I don't care what resolution is. As long as it's 720, I don't care. If it's anything below that, then that's a different story. But
I'd rather it run smoothly than be like ultra high resolution.
yeah.
Yeah, the frames per second is a lot more relevant than resolution.
Absolutely.
The frame, I didn't even think frames per second was a big issue until I was able to lock it at 30 frames and then go to 60. Then I saw the difference and I was like, wow. I was like, holy shit. It looked like you were playing a game on fucking speed or something. Like, you gave it some meth or something and it was ready to go. Like, I don't know.
Try that.
But, yeah, we covered that. Pretty much the next thing, too. Well, since you're talking about it, what's this whole petition that... I'm going to cut into this, too. What's this whole petition that the Nintendo fan base is starting of Bayonetta? You buy Bayonetta and it's going to speak to third party?
Operation Platinum?
Operation Platinum, yeah.
It's pretty much just trying... in Dr. Trey's point of view, it's trying to get people to basically come together to buy a game that Nintendo is actually putting effort to supporting, and showing that the fan base themselves will actually support games like this, and go against the trend that everyone thinks that nobody on Nintendo consoles buys rated M games. I mean, they apparently forgot about games like Resident Evil 4 and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's a reaction to like when Ubisoft came out and was like, "Oh, Nintendo doesn't buy like mature games. Watch Dogs would be our last one." They like shit like Just Dance instead.
Yeah, and
but like we want to prove we like mature games, so we'll buy this one. Like I like the idea behind it, but you're not sending a message to anybody. I don't think.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it's going to sell 1 million, but
No,
somehow I think it will get there simply because a lot of people actually do like Bayonetta.
Yeah, I'm super jacked for that game to come out.
And more people are starting to see reasons to actually buy a Wii U that's not really third-party related. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, you can't deny Smash Brothers is going to do some work.
Yeah, Zelda's going to do work, too. Like, there's a couple games coming out that are going to do, like, move systems. My thing is, like, like we talked about before, like the third parties they're not gonna go with Nintendo regardless, right? Like I believe we should support the games that come, but like fuck sending a message to Ubisoft. Do it because it's a good game, not because you want to prove something to somebody.
Yeah, don't go out and spend money on this shit. I mean, I'm looking forward to Bayonetta. I think it's a good deal you're getting with Bayonetta 2 because you get Bayonetta 1.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I've never played that one, so that's gonna be awesome.
yeah, so you get that, and they released the release date for Bayonetta. It's October 21st. So that's cool. And Bayonetta, I'm not buying Bayonetta to prove to Ubisoft that
No.
Nintendo buys third-party games. I'm buying it because I want to buy the game.
Yeah,
I'm buying it because I played the first one on the Xbox, so I best believe I'm getting the second one.
I'm not trying to prove a message to nobody because I have a PS4 if I want to play third party.
Yeah, exactly. I got an Xbox One, like I can play games.
I'm not trying to send a message. But I just heard a lot about this Operation Platinum or whatever, and I thought it was crazy because then when you got games like The Devil's Third where the girl's actually taking her clothes off and the guy's taking a knife and throwing it through the dude's head and it's all like bloody and graphic.
The best part of that trailer is when he plays the drums.
Yeah. That game looks great. I mean, but Nintendo always gets games like that you would never think they would get. Like on the GameCube, they got True Crime.
Yeah.
On Wii, I guess they got that Mad World game. And
and on the GameCube, they got all those Resident Evil remakes.
Yeah, so they get games that get rated M. It's just, I think that's a weak thing for third party to come out and say, oh, well, those games don't sell well. Just come out and say, hey, Nintendo's not giving us money, and you want to see the money.
Agreed.
Yo, what happened to Geist, man? They need to bring that shit back.
Yeah, that was a good game where you could possess people. I played the shit out of that. I loved it.
If they modernize that shit for like nowadays, oh my god, the game will be beastly, bro.
Yeah, they'll definitely. I think it'll just take time, but it seems like a lot of games are coming 2015.
Yo, it's
going to be 2014, but I guess it's 2015. They'll start this holiday, but right when the new year hits, there's a lot of games coming, so it'll be pretty cool.
9 announced for next year, like exclusive, like Nintendo games.
Yeah, so another thing too, I guess we'll move to some Microsoft news. Xbox One is going to have a standalone Kinect for $150. Would you buy that, Sean? Because you got an Xbox One now, right?
Yeah, no, I got an Xbox One. I have never even plugged my Kinect in. So
I thought you didn't have the Kinect. I didn't know.
I'd be willing to sell mine for less than $150 to someone.
So they want you to spend $400, and then they want you to buy a Kinect for so it come out to like $550.
That's more than the system with the Kinect.
Yeah, well, I could see $100, but not.
Yeah, make it like the same. Yeah. I don't know.
What do you think about that, old dirty? Would you buy with the one Xbox you're getting? Would you spend $150 on a Kinect?
No, I wouldn't, but I have probably some on eBay that's going between $65 and $85. So if I wanted one, real bad when I get my Xbox, I just go on eBay.
So you think Microsoft is going to drop this $150 mark, probably drop it to $100, or are they going to stay strong with it?
I think they're going to stay strong with it.
Yeah, that's what I figured. What do you think about it, Meat?
What, the camera?
The whole Kinect, selling the Xbox. If you buy the Xbox One right now for $400 and you just say down the road you want to Kinect, they're selling them for $150, which comes out to $550, where you could just bought the one with the Kinect for I thought they were selling for $449 with the Titanfall bundle, but they might have them for $500 again. Still cheaper than $550 with the $400 and the $150 for the Kinect.
No, I'm complete now that I'm playing Plants vs. Zombies. I love it. I'm naked. I just get all over it, man. I ain't kidding. I love that game. I probably wouldn't buy an Xbox One. Not because I don't hate Microsoft.
I really want.
I don't hate it. After these two launches, man. I mean, I don't think they were great launches, man. It's been all fucked up.
All across the board, I think all three launches sucked. I think PlayStation 4's launch sucked. I think the Wii U.
Right. No, exactly right. That's what I'm saying. That it's
Xbox One sucked.
What are you talking about? The PS4 sucked. They sold 10 million.
They can sell 10 million all at once. It's finally now just getting games I want to play.
Yeah,
but
it can sell as many as it wants, but what are you going to play on it?
But it's
I'll mess with you, dog. I know.
So,
Like
I don't know.
PS4, the PlayStation 4 is that system that is selling for like literally no reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like a fad like the Wii was almost.
And he couldn't even say why.
It's like when you remember when you couldn't find like a Wii in store anywhere.
Yeah, and the first few months, yeah.
Yeah, there was fucking nothing to play on that either.
Yeah. Exactly. You're right though. I was one of the assholes trying to find one.
I was one of the assholes with one on the first day.
I was trying to find that bitch and I couldn't find one.
I think this generation just starting out slow. I think all 3 consoles will get going by 2015. I think we'll have games, a decent amount of games for all of them. Like the Wii got games now. The PlayStation 4 has games, but not like it's like games you normally wouldn't buy.
Yep.
Like this generation is forcing you to buy games you normally wouldn't buy to play games. It's weird. At least that's how I feel. I don't know. Like, I'm buying shit I normally wouldn't buy, you know.
Well, I know that Plant vs. Zombies look good. I've been looking at gameplay on it.
That looks like a game that would be on the Wii U. Why wouldn't they put the Plants vs. Zombies on Wii U? I don't have no idea why. It's colorful. It's got no blood in it.
Yeah, is that an EA game, Dave?
Huh?
Is it EA?
Yeah, it's EA.
Oh, that's why.
I mean, that's the perfect game for the Wii U. I'm just saying.
You're right. That game would sell.
Just saying.
I don't know why it's not on there, man.
To play.
I don't know.
I'm lost. I mean, I don't see why that game's not on the Wii U.
Doesn't make any sense to me.
I want to ask you, since you're on, Sean, because I never have anybody on here that owns an Xbox One. I know Old Dirty's getting one, but I never have anybody that's on here that actually has one. That's really ever, like, that has one. Like, what do you think about the Xbox One? Can you tell us a little bit about it? You told me somewhat about it when I was talking to you the other day on Google Hangouts.
Yeah, like, it's not bad. Like, so far I'm really only using it to play Diablo and Madden. So I don't have much to say about it, but, like, when I played Wolfenstein a bit,
tell us about Wolfenstein. You said the screen tears?
Yeah, like, there's a bit of screen tearing involved with Wolfenstein in this one, and, like, there'd be times where, like, you'd be shooting and, like, a bullet casing would just, like, stop and kind of hover in the middle of the screen for, like, 15 seconds, like, and you could try and, like, turn to look away from it. It would follow you around. Just, like, little kind of hiccupy stuff all over the place. It was.
And they said the Wolfenstein was the better version out of the PS4 and Xbox One, even though PS4 had the better resolution, better frame rate. They said the Xbox One was the better version. You told me you said you'd hate to see what the PS4 version.
Yeah, I'd hate to see what the PS4 version looks like then.
But overall, do you like the controller? Do you like the you said, how is the loading of the games?
I got no beef with the controller. It's fun. Like, those vibrating triggers are actually kind of cool. Caught me off guard the first time, but, like, it's pretty much just like a Xbox 360 with prettier graphics. Like, there's nothing super different about it or, like, amazing. I guess, like, I haven't hooked up
the game loading was ridiculous, right?
Pardon?
Like, games.
What about them?
Like installing games.
Oh, fuck yeah, I forgot about that. Every time you put in the game, like, I put in Dead Rising, it was like a 16 or 18 gig update before I could play it. An update of 18 gigs. Like, fuck, that's a whole other game. And it's like a half an hour you gotta wait before it starts.
Hard drive that takes up more space.
Yeah, like, and it's like a half an hour after you put in the disc before you can start most games and shit like that. Like,
PlayStation, you can play the games while it's downloading 3 minutes after.
Yeah, like some games, like, after, like, I think it was like 70 or so % you could get in, but that's still like a 15-20 minute wait for some of these like 16 gig installs.
That's crazy, and that's what really bothering me with this gen's consoles. You know, I've just been holding out because, you know, I'm hearing you have to every game have to install. Like, why?
Yeah,
just
what you do is
and let me play it.
You turn on your Xbox, you put the game in, and then you play your Wii U for like an hour and a half, and then your Xbox will be ready to play.
That's because they're supposed to have DRM in both them consoles.
Well, then they need to come out with a patch to stop it, so we just put the game in and play it.
I agree.
Because it's like, yeah, it doesn't make any sense how you put a game in and then you can't even do shit with it until it installs.
Nintendo, you could just pop in a brand new game and start playing it. It's amazing.
It's amazing.
That's why I buy all digital games now. I go with the digital because I don't have to at least look for the disc no more. I just play the game. If I'm gonna have to install a game anyway with a hard copy,
It's the same waiting period.
But see, this is the thing I'm tripping off of. Since I've been waiting, for the PS4 and the Xbox One to pick up, I'm like hearing no gamers, especially like fanboys. I'm not hearing anybody complaining about this. Okay, if you got the system on launch, just imagine how many games you have now and what you downloaded from, indie games or whatever. That 500 gig is damn near gone.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that means you got to erase a game like, damn, I ain't really completed this game yet, but damn, I got to erase it. So that means if you erase it, you got to start all the way back over again. And then you got to reinstall it again when you want to play it again. But nobody's complaining. Everybody complaining about, my system can do 1080p, yours can't. Yours only do 900p. No, what's up with this DRM that's still on these consoles y'all not bitching about?
Oh, no, you know what kills me? How they're not complaining about that, but they're complaining about how the Wii U has 32 gigs, and that's still more than half of that space.
That's a little ridiculous, though. 32 gigs and a disc.
Hey, but the thing is,
any hard drive into my Wii U,
different
though.
type of memory though.
Yeah, but still, it's still the same memory. If I was to buy games on the eShop and go digital with my Wii U, I'd have no space on my Wii U. And how many games can I put on my Wii U compared to my PS4?
Well, I can plug any hard drive into my Wii U. Don't I have to buy like a proprietary one for like an Xbox?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They all have their own problems, all these systems.
No.
Definitely, I do like that if I put... Now, does the Wii U have to install games? I can't remember.
No.
You can install updates, but you can also just say, fuck that, and just start playing the game.
Okay, so that's a good thing about the Wii U. I don't have to... If I buy that me buying a physical copy for the Wii U makes sense.
Yeah.
Buying
Well, see, the cool thing that I like about the Wii U so far, since Nintendo gave it updates, if it's a downloadable content that's free, the Wii U will automatically download it for you because my Wii U knows that I have this certain game. It knows I have it because I play it. It's in its memory. So whenever somebody send out free downloadable content or update, the Wii U will automatically do it even when it's off. So when I turn it on and put the disc in, I already got maps or whatever I need. I don't have to go into the eShop, look for it to download it. The Wii U already did it for me, and it was cut off.
Yeah.
So I think that was pretty cool. Nintendo did that.
Yeah. All right. Pretty much. Other than that, there's been a lot of game release dates told. Some other game. Well, what they announced? Bloodborne, I think, is February 5th. That's like the creator of Dark Souls and Demon Souls. I saw some gameplay of that. I guess. Well, they had Tokyo Game Show take place last night. Was that just for Sony, or was other companies involved in that too, or was it just Sony?
I have no idea, Dave.
I watched the Sony one last night, but I don't know if anybody else, Microsoft was there. Is Nintendo going to be there this year or no?
I'd imagine if it's in Tokyo.
That's what I would have thought. Because I think, didn't they show Wonderful 101 off over there last year around the Tokyo Game Show?
Something like that.
I'm not too sure.
Because this was around the time that Wonderful 101 came out, right?
I think Nintendo will be there. I think a lot of people get it confused as when they say Nintendo is not going to be there. I guess they looking for Reggie and them to be on stage or something, but Nintendo do be there. The Treehouse be there with the games and demos for people to play. Unlike Microsoft and Sony just showing you high-res PC graphics and cutscenes, Nintendo is letting you play the demos on the floor. So yeah, they there, but they just not on stage yipping and yapping.
Oh, well, now Sony lets you play the games. I've seen it where they had demos of games up there. Like, you can play the games of Sony at E3.
Yeah.
Right, but you couldn't play majority of them. They had demos there, but everything like Nintendo showed at E3, you could play
They
it.
brought all their shit to E3.
Ubisoft had a bunch of games on display. Uh, EA had a bunch of games on display. I mean, a lot of third parties were there with games on display. I mean, Nintendo did have their own booth. See, Nintendo's just doing their own thing. They're just doing a lot of different things nowadays than what they used to do. They're trying to do this whole digital thing. I don't know. I think they are at the Tokyo Game Show. I just haven't heard anything about it. That's why I figured maybe you guys might have heard something. But I know Sony. I watched the Sony Tokyo Game Show last night. It was all right, but the only problem I had with it, it was in another language. So, and I'm watching it. You know, they're showing new game trailers and shit, but it's all in Japanese, or whatever the hell language I was watching.
I would only think it's in Japanese if you're talking about in Tokyo.
No, whatever. I'm not familiar with all the Chinese and all that shit, but whatever language. I don't speak Chinese. I don't speak Japanese. I don't speak none of that shit. I just watched the trailers, and that was good enough for me. And then after a while, I was like, "What the hell am I watching this for?" I was like, "I'm not watching this one."
Dave sitting there looking at the TV, and you got people constantly
No,
talking about.
well, I was watching it on my phone. So how I found out about it was the one channel, Chris from Stonebox Media. He was doing he did a video about it, and he said, "Here's the site if you guys want to watch it." And right when I went to it on my phone, there it was. It was like an E3 setup. Like all these people were in the crowd, and there they were on stage. But it was all in whatever language they were speaking.
Konbanwa, minasan.
So
Exactly.
pretty much. So I saw some things like the new Bloodborne. They showed that. They showed. I think that's where they showed off Resident Evil Revelations. They showed that off. They showed the Resident Evil. I think they showed some of the Resident Evil remake. They had a bunch of stuff, but I mean, it wasn't like new stuff we didn't know nothing about. It was just new trailers. What do you guys think about the new Resident Evil Revelations?
Gay.
Or are you for Xbox One, Sean?
Pardon?
Are you gonna get it for the Xbox? I guess it's coming out for PC, Xbox One.
Just say everything except the Wii.
Yeah.
I think PS3 and Xbox 360, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yep. It's coming out for all the systems except Wii U.
Yeah, no, I'll probably get it. I enjoy Resident Evil games. They're fun. The first Revelations is awesome.
Yeah, it definitely looks like if they showed Old Dirty, did you just watch those trailers I was telling you about?
Yes. Yeah.
What did you now with the girl running through the crowd? Didn't they say that was live action?
I don't know what that was. I thought it was more of a like CG.
I would have thought it was like a cutscene, but if that's live action, then that's pretty damn good.
I'm not trusting it until I see some real gameplay. For right now, I'm just going to call it a cutscene. I mean,
yeah, they said it was live action, whatever that means. So.
Oh, live action. That means it was actors.
Oh, okay.
Like it was people.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what they have a trailer for. They have now the Resident Evil remake. They actually had what it's going to look like, and actually it looks like to me it looks like a pretty much just another remake, just beefed up a little bit of the graphics and.
The remake of the first one?
No, that's the remake of the remake on the GameCube. It looked just like the GameCube.
That's what's weird. It's not on
it's not already been remade once.
Huh?
That game hasn't that already been remade once?
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. When I looked at the trailer, when the door opened and they went inside and they actually showed gameplay, I'm like, this is the Resident Evil from the GameCube because I still have that game.
And the Resident Evil remake is coming out for the PS4, PS3, Xbox One, and Xbox 360. I don't think it's coming out for the PC. So it's early 2015. That's when they're releasing it. And then they're releasing Alone in the Dark. And that's coming out fall of 2014, but they didn't show what platforms it's on. I don't even have a clue what it's on. It didn't show
Tell me
PC.
there's still a
I'm
chance.
assuming PC. So there's a lot of survival horror games coming.
Good. I hope they're genuinely survival horror because I like survival horror. I don't like action horror or whatever that's become kind of lately.
Mm-hmm.
I like
So you're talking
authentic
about
survival
like the
horror.
Outlast type of horror games, like the run and hide type horror games.
Yeah, like stuff like that. Like even the original Resident Evils, like ever since 4, like they haven't really been great. I'm gonna
I
say
agree.
4 was good, 5 was a little bit less good, and 6 was a little less good than that.
I didn't have a problem with 6 as many people. I didn't like it like the rest of the Resident Evils, but I didn't have a problem playing it. A lot of people that say it was completely horrible, unplayed, like they didn't even like playing it. I didn't find it that bad. I just didn't like it. I didn't like the story of it. I like the fourth one the best. I like the out of the newer ones, and
Yeah.
I like the original Resident Evil. If I was this, I think the second one that was on the PlayStation with the 2 or 4 disc. I forgot how many it had. I think it was 2.
2 is on the police station.
The one with the alligator when you're in the sewer and you shoot the alligator with the tank. I like
Even
that one.
Nemesis was a great game.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
But I'll if the remake's priced right, I'll get it because I haven't played that Resident Evil in years. I mean, I don't know. It depends. I'm definitely getting Revelations. Then they announced the Alone in the Dark, and I was pretty happy about that, but they didn't say what it was on. But it looks like it's all survival horror. I thought they were going to all take that approach of Outlast, like how Alien Isolation's taken, where you're going to be running from a big alien in it, and you're going to be hiding in lockers and all that shit. But I think they're actually going to give you guns in Alien Isolation, just not that many, limited ammo. So that's fine. I like Outlast, don't get me wrong, but I just don't. I want a gun in the game, and I understand the point of the game is no gun, and you're supposed to just videotape shit.
Yeah, see, that's a little far on the other side of the line. I like it nice and in the middle there. Like a nice Zombie U, Resident Evil 1, 2 kind of, Silent Hill.
Yeah. See, I liked Zombie U. I thought that was good. And
I thought it was a great game.
And everybody, I don't know, I guess it didn't do well or whatever happened. Outlast I didn't have a problem with either, but actually Clown Meat told me the end of the game, so I didn't play it.
Spoiler!
And I was like, oh, it gets, I'm not even going to say it if you guys didn't play it, but I was like, damn, so I bought the Whistleblower DLC, and I'm about halfway through that, and I like it, but I still don't like just running from, a bad guy or whatever. I don't even think they're monsters in that game, they're just like psychopaths.
Yeah,
but
like a gun with a nice limited amount of bullets.
Make it. I like that type of stuff. But what I don't understand about Outlast is they said that game didn't do well on PC, but when it came to PS4 a year later, it did so well. But how did it do so well if it was a free game on PlayStation Plus? So do they count you paying for PlayStation Plus as sales that go to the Outlast to make this game so good we're actually making a sequel?
Yeah, probably. And probably, like, it was early in the PlayStation's life, wasn't it? So people just starving for shit to buy on there. Looking for something to play.
People play Outlast on PlayStation Live right now, like the damn thing just came out. They're doing, like, speed of it and everything.
I don't know.
It's definitely a popular game. It's not that,
that's where the target market for that game plays on the PlayStation.
Well, it was weird when that game did well. Like so many people liked it on the PlayStation. I noticed Alien Isolation came about, like with this alien chasing you around on a ship, and you're Ripley's daughter. And then they made that other one that didn't do too good. It was called Dying Light or something. Or Daylight, my bad, Daylight. That was the one with the cell phone. You walk around with a damn cell phone. That one didn't do so well, but Outlast actually did well to where a year later they made DLC for it, and the DLC is actually good. So I don't know. I just don't like that type of. If I was gonna go survival horror, definitely like old school Resident Evil, kind of how like Revelations was the new one, the newest Resident Evil Revelations. That one. I just found that like to be like creepy, like the old Resident Evil games compared to these newer ones. But I did like Resident Evil 4. I thought that was really good. How they had like the cult in it and shit, and the chainsaw people, and that's why I want the Evil Within, because it has the chainsaw people and all that in it. And actually, the guy that made Resident Evil 4 is the one that's making Evil Within. So even if it has a downgrade in graphics, I don't care. But pretty much, I mean, that's all I really got for today. I mean, there's other stuff, but not really much stuff to talk about. Did any of you got anything? Or I didn't plan on doing a real long podcast today.
I just wanted to say I'm really enjoying the Gamer Nate RXL feud right now, and
I love it. I love
keep
it.
it up, gentlemen.
Yes, keep it going. Just make sure it's real, because I was getting worried that it wasn't. Because Nate had mentioned a while back on one of his videos that, you know, we're all friends and we just do this like it's wrestling. And I'm like, well, I don't know what you're talking about, because everything I say I kind of mean. So, you know what I mean? So
I do.
So
when I seen your video and the way you was talking, it just reminded me of the commercial. You know how they had them abused animals and the dogs be looking in the camera and the way they voice be talking like.
Well,
I just died through the whole video.
Well, I was torn. I was actually sad, because if I would have been really disappointed these two gentlemen if it was fake, and I would have to unsub from them just to say.
Yeah, no kidding. Me too.
No, no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But no, I had to think about them. I was like, this better be real, because I'll be pissed if it's not. I know
like pretty much saying he's a gaming journalist.
Nate, and I heard Nate talking to you over the phone, brother Dave, when I said, hey Nate, comment on my video, man, and he was all upset and banged up. You know, hey, RXL came in, he commented, so I just wanted to know what was going on, because, you know, I mean, don't we deserve
a partial third party out there? You're the moderator.
Yes, right, yeah. I mean, I think, yeah, there you go. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. You took the words right out of my mouth. But I mean, what were we talking about? Brother Sean.
Nate, what happened with the whole thing from Mom Gathering, Nate made a response video to RXL, but it was on facts that might not even be true. He just went, see, they got this thing of RXL supposedly robbing a movie store, where I didn't see nothing about that on this video that somebody has, and they have something about murder, like attempted murder. That's what I saw. So I don't know. I think people are just blowing stuff out of proportion like usual. I don't know if Nate went to bed if he don't take his medicine.
Was RXL wearing that disguise when he plays that one guy on his video when he robbed a store?
Yeah.
I don't.
Was he wearing that, the fake beard and?
That's supposedly N-Skiller's dad, or N-Killer's dad.
Okay, I wasn't sure, but Nate seems pretty banged up over this, man. Don't you say, Dave?
People in this community are going a little too far if you're going to look at somebody's personal arrest record.
Yeah, no kidding, Dave.
I'm trying to figure out how did they get the personal information.
Yeah, that's another story.
I think they say, like, if we were in this Google Hangouts right now, that whoever, like, if it was me, I could I mean, I don't know any of this stuff, so I'm just saying, but they say a person, if they're smart enough, they just get your IP address from this. They can find out anything they want.
Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, bring it.
Yeah. After they find out what I've done, they probably wouldn't come visit me anyway.
Well, like, Brother Lawrence, you know, he would always tell me that they would take his phone number from something, like, get his phone number.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Get his personal information that way, somehow from Skype or something, or YouTube, or that's what he used to tell me. So I guess it's pretty easy, and it can be hard if you know just a little bit of stuff about technical stuff. I'm sure you can do it.
Hey, yo, Dave.
I'm listening.
I gotta get off. I'm trying to
Okay.
a couple minutes of sleep before I need to go to work.
Okay, I appreciate you, Zael, being on the podcast. Thanks for joining us. Glad we know you're still alive. I didn't know if you were making videos anymore.
I'll have to see about what I'm doing with that, because, you know what I'm saying, I'm real absorbed in this whole competitive gaming scene.
Okay.
I'm in competitive porn.
See, that's what we need. We need more gamers out there. You know what I'm saying? That leave YouTube alone for a couple of weeks just to play games.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I see you
Zael.
heavily on, you know, Plants vs Zombies, and I want to get it for the PS4 so I can play you guys in it.
Well, now tell them your announcement, Old Dirty. You're getting a PS4 this Friday?
Yeah,
Nice.
Oh, right on, man. Right
get
on.
the PS4 this Friday, and hopefully the Xbox One October, maybe like the end of October around my birthday or the beginning of November.
Right
There
on,
you
man.
go. There you go, man.
So I have
But
all
thank-
3 consoles and be
Thanks
gaming.
for joining, Zael. I appreciate it. He's still there. I never. You there? Oh. Well, thanks for joining.
Gone. Gone.
Now, I haven't seen Chrono in a while. I watched to see if he posts any new videos on his thing, and I never see him. He never. He said he has been in a Smash Brothers tournament, and he told me that you can actually mod your Wii U with Homebrew and your Wii, and they actually download the stuff to play Smash Brothers. That'd be pretty cool. I might have to check that out.
Yeah, I'll try that on my old Wii, maybe.
Well, he said you can do it with your Wii U, because I didn't see Homebrew on your Wii U. I just don't want to go messing my Wii U up.
Yeah, exactly. I have an old Wii sitting around that I don't mind trying that shit on.
Yeah, I just don't want to mess my, I don't want to mess up any of my new consoles.
Yeah.
But yeah, if nobody else got anything, I'm going to cut the broadcast, and we can talk after the Hangouts. But if you got something else you got to say, go for it.
Right on, man.
Sega.
Play, yeah. Play Sega. Yeah, Sega.
Until next time, guys.